Are we back? Hopefully we're working. Technical difficulties as usual. See, what I really don't like about like mobile streaming with Streamlabs is it doesn't tell me really what's going on in the stream. Like, it might say I have a lower connection, but it just drops the bitrate down a little bit. But it does not notify me at all if like the stream is down or anything. It just doesn't tell me. So unless I pull out my second device and try to pull up the stream and see myself, or somehow get a message from someone being like, stream's dead, it's really tough for me to tell what's going on. So, because if I knew right away when things are going bad, I could like troubleshoot that as that happens. But I can't do that if I don't know there's a problem. Would it help you to say something in chat when it drops? Yeah, that would probably help me as long as I can receive the message. Sometimes it drops because just for whatever reason my internet just drops for a minute, but it doesn't fully tell me. It still says I have full signal and stuff like that, but I'm not even sure if I could receive the message. So I'm not sure the best way to problem solve that. But it is annoying because kind of Moonbug. Thanks for following the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying it, even though we're getting some network connection issues. But that's nothing unusual for this stream. I try my best, but there's only so much I can do. But yeah, you can try and notify me, and then if I do get a little bit of internet back, then I'll see the messages and I can try and troubleshoot things from there. So yeah, I'd say, if you could, notify me when the stream crashes, and hopefully I'll be able to get that message. But yeah, it is kind of just frustrating because I have a nice stream and then people will slowly pile their way in, and then things will just drop for like 10 minutes. And everyone leaves, then you reconnect, and you slowly like accumulate people as they're kind of checking out what's going on, and then it drops. And that's kind of like just how the day goes. Stream for a certain amount of time, drops. Stream for a certain amount of time, drops. But might not be able to see past messages if you don't have connection when it's sent. Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably right. Yeah, I'm still really learning this whole live streaming thing. This is day 12. I did take one day off, so I've only live streamed 11 days in my life. And I started with like zero knowledge, and a lot of people have helped me along the way. Most of my knowledge has come from other people who do stream or have streamed. like impact velocity and stuff, kind of helping me out, showing me how to do things. And then just a crash course in live streaming because I'm doing it all day, every day with zero past knowledge. I just showed up in Port Angeles, Washington, having never streamed before, never tested out the internet I got because I couldn't test the Verizon internet in Canada, so it's an American network. Just showed up and I'm like, all right, here we go. This is Hitch Live. Watch me hitchhike. Hope you enjoy it. Networks weren't good enough to do this kind of thing until recently, so it's kind of new all the way around. Yeah. And the people that have been helping me, none of them have done like mobile streaming like this. It's all been just, yeah, at home, like your traditional live streaming from a wired connection. So this is kind of trial and error for most people. I know some people have like a really expensive fancy setup, like the Gun Run IRL kind of backpack with like 4 different internet service providers connecting into one signal to give you a more consistent, and a faster connection. But the thing with that is you need to pay extra for like truly unlimited internet on each one of those plans. And the most common one is through Unlimited Bill. And they recommend you have 2 Verizon plans, which are $250 US a month, and 2 AT&T plans, which are $200 a month. So just there you have $900 US in just data charges to run one of those backpacks. And then in fact, and then for me, the live view, which is the thing that collects all those signals and combines them into one. Well, one, that's like $900 US. And 2, it has like a 2-hour battery life maybe. And I can't just like plug it in with like your standard mobile power bank like USB. It like needs like a 12 volt power supply or something like that, which a normal mobile battery can't support. So he has recommended like, oh, you can use this battery, you can stream for 8 hours before needing to recharge it. But it's a 50,000 milliamp hour battery, which takes a whole night to recharge and only lasts 8 hours when you're charging the live view, which means I'd have to recharge everything every single night, and that just will not happen. So unless I have 3 of those 50,000 milliamp hour batteries, stream using that. That'd be really nice, because the 4 bonded connections to create one more stable, faster connection for live streaming would be awesome. That's all. I'm just. Did the stream rip? And then the thing with me is, I just hate walking slow. I like to when I walk, I like to be able to get people, or get places rather, people. And if you're just sauntering along, you don't really get anywhere, or it takes a long time to get anywhere. So, yeah, just unfortunately with the terrain we're in here, it seems we're getting the occasional dropped connection, but that's not too surprising given the terrain, even though we're like right outside San Francisco. Probably gonna cut in and out based on where you're at. Yeah, you're probably correct. I didn't actually know what this coastal hike was gonna be like. It's much more, I don't know, up and down stairs. I thought like the coastal kind of San Francisco hike would be like essentially paved, so it'd be fully accessible to anyone. Which makes, from my perspective, a much more fun hike, because you're on like actual dirt trails, just kind of like up and down, in and out. But yeah, it might make, or it does make, having a consistent live stream a lot more difficult. But yeah, there's that bridge that they have in San Francisco. The big red one. Probably have heard of it. We're gonna walk across it.
Whole day outside for him. Yeah.
Oh, and Andrea, this morning was the first shower I've had since you guys let me shower in your Airbnb, however many days ago that was, so so thanks for letting me clean myself up. Things were getting pretty spicy last night, but I feel nice and clean now. And yeah, so I had a backyard to stay in San Francisco last night from one of the band members. Like I got picked up by the percussionist and the guitarist, let me stay in his backyard in San Francisco. And I've got the same offer tonight. They're also playing again tonight in San Francisco at, what's the place called? Another little small venue, but there's more band members showing up. There's 4 people that played last night. I think there's like 7 people tonight or something, maybe? But they're playing 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. I'm not sure if that'll be streamed or not yet. For those of you that watch my stream, you know I'm usually offline by 8 p.m. because that's my bedtime. When I say my bedtime's kind of set by when the sun sets. Because I don't hitchhike at night. I only hitchhike during the daytime. Popping in to say hi, Watkins. Went to hospital so early. Well, it's good to see you in chat, man. How'd the trip to the hospital go? Hope everything went well. I'm feeling a little famished, so you know what I got in my backpack? I got 2 Snickers bars. So we can get some Snickers hike going. Show you where we're at here. Tests, change in medication, and hopefully that's it. Well, hopefully all those tests and new medication and stuff like that helps you out. Because you gotta be ready for when I come to Wales. Because we drinking. Looks like Wales in the summer. Does that bridge look like Wales too? Does it look like a Welsh bridge? Send you pics when you walk the coast? Yeah, that'd be cool. Send them over to the Discord. Alright, back to walking. You've got a Golden Gate Bridge in Wales? Is it big and red? But called Golden? Not as tall but longer. Ooh. But is it red? Splitting England and Wales. Like, is that in the northern part? Did I drive across that? I don't even remember. Again, that memory.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, I really like this trail. I thought it would be like a really well-maintained, like flat, smoothed out, maybe paved trail, but it's like just a dirt path along like a ridge line, and yeah, I like it. Okay, southeast, so no, I wouldn't have gone across that bridge. Because yeah, I didn't remember it. I'm like, did I? Because I crossed from Wales into England, but I did that in the north part. So. Would have only been west north. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone in chat has been to San Francisco or has heard about things to do in San Francisco, let me know what type of things you might want to see, because I don't know anything about San Francisco. As you might know from my traveling I've done so far, I don't really plan, I don't really research, I just kind of show up places and deal with the cards I'm given. And like today it just made sense to, you know, do a San Francisco live stream, walk around the city, check things out. But that's as far as I got. I'm like, I know about things I know about San Francisco. They've got a big red bridge, and they've got like cool streets that are like really vertical, and like they've got like streetcars. That's about the extent of my knowledge. So if anyone has any more in-depth knowledge than they've got a bridge and they've got neat streets, then that might be helpful. That looks horrible. Sometimes I'm so happy, or most of the time I'm so happy I don't have children. I've got like 3 kids and all of them are like screaming. The downtown area is east of the bridge. Chinatown is probably the most famous neighborhood. Well, let's check it out then. I don't have to reconnect with Javier till 8 p.m. I'm going back to their house to reconnect before we go to the gig they have tonight. So I've got 7 hours. So we can check those places out. We're going to be doing a ton of walking today. We've already walked a few kilometers. And we still got a ways to go before we get to the bridge. Then we got to walk across the bridge. Then we got to walk back across the bridge. then we gotta explore all these different places, and then eventually I somehow have to get back to where I'm staying. So this is probably the most walking stream I've done yet, and as people who are regulars to my stream know, I do a lot of walking. But this is gonna be even more walking. The most walking ever. Also Fisherman's Wharf. Yeah, we can check that out too. Sounds good to me. You get such weird looks, because now I look, like the backpack adds some kind of, like when I have the really big backpack, you already look out of place, and this kind of just goes with it. You're just like, this guy's all kinds of weird. But I just have a regular person backpack on, so now the only weird thing is this live stream kind of setup now. And I'll just be like quiet for a second, and as someone walks past, I'll be like responding to a message, and they'll be like, "What? Are you talking to me?" Because I'm just talking to a phone screen, and there's no sound coming back. So you get lots of weird looks. That's kind of funny. But as I've said before, you get a lot of weird looks just hitchhiking in general, so it's nothing I haven't experienced before. I bet these places here are like millions and millions of dollars, like this place here. Like this looks like a nice neighborhood. And an affordable neighborhood, but nice. Next time I get to like some kind of scenic little outcropping, I'm gonna eat a croissant and a Snickers bar, I think. Because all I've had is a piece of bread with olive oil and cheese today. So I need something to eat. There's another reason to live in the country, that their houses probably cost, yeah, a lot less there. And these houses look really big for San Francisco. Like this one there, like that's huge, and that's one residence. That's probably over $10 million, I'm guessing. Because like, the place where I'm staying at, it's like an older building and stuff like that, and they've somehow managed to like rent it for quite cheap, like $2,700 for a 2-bedroom, which is like super cheap for San Francisco. But apparently their neighbors are paying $5,700 for a similar type of place. A 2-bedroom for $5,700. Like, you have to be making so much money to be able to justify that monthly expense. So that's over $60,000 a year just in rent. Yeah, that's probably pretty correct. Well, that's what a lot of people do. They'll like make, they'll save up a decent amount of money, maybe even just like $1 million, and then they'll just move to Southeast Asia or something like that, where their money goes a lot further there. And I don't mean to say like $1 million isn't a lot of money, but for a retirement fund, $1 million isn't actually that much money. That doesn't get you very far in the US or Canada. But $1 million probably could get you pretty far in Thailand. Look at that thing. That looks really fun. Yeah, everything in America kind of super expensive compared to Ireland. Or I thought Dublin was getting crazy. I thought like people were getting priced out of Dublin because housing prices were shooting up so much. I need to look at where I am and where I'm going, because I don't know where I'm going. Isn't technology great? Homes in the area where you're walking around $2 to $4 million according to Zillow. Wow. See, that's so cool that like I'm just like walking around like that place is probably like $10 million, and someone watching is just like can just fact check that. That's cool. Because it's not like I want to be corrected. I want to have accurate information. I just think it's cool that there's people that'll just be like, yeah, this is how much these kind of places go for. What am I looking? Just trying to find a way to get back to the coast to eventually get to that big red bridge. Okay, yeah, we can keep going this way. If anyone's watching that's new to this stream, this is Hitch Live, and I hitchhike almost every day. But I ended up in San Francisco, so we decided to take a break from hitchhiking, and we're just walking around the city, checking things out, being tourists. And I thought I'd bring you guys along. Yeah, in 11 days of hitchhiking, we did 26 rides in 11 days. I'm not counting today as day 12 because, well, we're taking a break from hitchhiking. And also one other day we took a break from streaming and hitchhiking. I just chilled because I was waiting for mail, and it was really stormy in Oregon. But so really it was 10 days of hitchhiking and 26 rides. But come tomorrow, I think we'll be a hitchhiking stream again. We'll be continuing south. I'll just have to do a little bit more research because hitchhiking is more difficult when you're getting out of places the size of San Francisco. Can't just walk out onto the highway and be like, please ride. It's a bit more complicated than that. But we'll go over that in more detail probably later. Once I've walked around for a while, we'll sit down somewhere, maybe like be grabbing a bite to eat, and I might kind of go over my research on finding places to hitchhike and methods for hitchhiking out of a city, because it is different than the type of hitchhiking you've seen me do before. You kind of have to really plan it. Dublin isn't Ireland anymore. You can never take a break from hitchhiking. I know it's my duty to the viewers to be hitchhiking 24 hours a day.
Corner.
I know you're joking, but truck drivers don't really pick you up very much anymore because apparently all the companies are instituting rules saying the drivers can't pick up anyone, like including their family or anything like that, because of insurance liability reasons. So, no, you're joking, but I just thought I'd throw in a little fun fact there. But when a truck driver does pull over, it is really nice because, well, you know they're going a long ways, and trucks, like the big long-haul commercial trucks, are very comfortable. The seats are on air, like compressed air kind of suspension, so you go over a bump and you're like, it's pretty cool. Gonna take the scenic route to LA along the coast. I'm gonna have to look at, there's a website called opensignal.com, and they kind of tell you the type of connection you can expect in any given area. And I just have to make sure, like I'd rather go down the coast for both my kind of experience and views, and also for your kind of experience and views. But if there's no connection, I'm gonna stay where there is connection, because the whole purpose of this trip is to show people what hitchhiking is like, what the experience can be like, the different types of people you meet, and just the whole kind of lifestyle, or what the lifestyle can be. Like, you can do it in many different ways, experience in many different types of ways, but I want to show you how I do it, how I experience it. And there's no signal along the coast, which like on Highway 1 in Northern California, there's no connection, but maybe in the southern part it would be. You're scared you might get picked up by some maniac. Like when I first started hitchhiking, I guess, but once you do something enough, you just get used to it. And I do execute a certain amount of caution to make sure. Sorry, just navigating. Like, I talk to every driver before I get in. I don't just hop into a vehicle as soon as they pulled over. And people that have been watching this stream for a while know that I do turn down rides. Because, yeah, I say a few sentences, I open the door, I say, hey, how's your day going? And you can tell really quickly if someone's not a person you really want to be in the car with. And I recommend to anyone that's thinking about picking up hitchhikers to do the same. Like, roll down your window a bit, talk to them for a little bit. If they seem alright, then let them in. Because I've talked to a lot of drivers who pick up quite a few hitchhikers, and they kind of just like let them in, and as soon as they get in, they're like, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Because once they're in, it's hard to be like, nope, you're out of here. Yeah, but go down there and turn right. Okay, there's a path down here. Thank you, Google Maps. What would I do without Google Maps? Or if you're traveling and you don't have internet connection, maps.me, Maps.me, is actually really useful. You can download the maps of the locations you want to go to beforehand, and your phone has GPS built in. You don't need data to use GPS. What uses data is loading the map itself, but if it's already stored on your phone, then you don't need to use data to load the map. You always thought hitchhiking was dangerous? Yeah, everyone does. And yes, it's probably more dangerous than taking a bus, plane, or train from point A to point B, but I'm guaranteed it's not as dangerous as people make it out to be. That would be my takeaway from that. But it's managed risk. You do things to minimize the risk, and I think it's worth taking risks in life to actually live your life. San Fran is beautiful. I agree. I've never really spent much time here. I think when I was a kid we were here for like a day or something. But traveling when you're a kid, like on a parental guided tour, is very different from doing stuff on your own as an adult, where you can do whatever you want. You must be stinky as hell walking in the sun all day. Well, I was last night. I think I'd gone 4 days without a shower at that point, which isn't ideal, as you might be able to guess. But I got a shower this morning, so I smell nice right now. I probably smell amazing, actually. If anyone's in San Francisco, you're welcome to come smell me and give a review on how I smell.
You want pink ice cream?
Oh, it's snack time, everyone. I am famished. So I'm gonna set you down in this looks. What do you think? That looks pretty scenic, eh? Little beach view. Kind of look at what's going on. Just have to adjust the tripod, set things up nicely. Yeah, something like that. I'm just gonna have a croissant and a Snickers bar. Don't know how we ever lived before GPS. Yeah, it like you can never get lost anymore. It doesn't, like, not only does it pinpoint you on a map, but it also shows you which direction you're facing. Like, you can know exactly where you are and exactly where you're facing at any point in time. Good afternoon, Scar. Good to see you back in chat. Welcome to the San Francisco walking stream. You know what, maybe you guys on this side? It'd be easier for me to kind of interact with. I think I can see you guys better over here. Okay. I almost dropped you. Sorry, everyone. Hey Jakku, how's it going, man? Or woman. I don't mean to assume your gender. How old am I? I am 23 years old. I've been doing this hitchhiking thing for 4 years. Croissant. This was donated to me by a random guy in Fort Bragg yesterday. I was like walking out of Starbucks where I was plugging in to charge some stuff for a couple hours before I went on a hike, and a guy came out with bags full of pastries and he's like, "Are you traveling? Do you want some croissants?" Yes, I do. I love croissants. Don't judge me, but when I do dumpster dive, because I've told people I do that, what I'm looking for is croissants, because I love me some croissants. Eat food fatty? I know I'm extremely overweight. Are you getting paid to hitchhike? If you count the occasional donation that the kind viewers occasionally donate to me, then technically I am. Which in my mind makes me a professional hitchhiker, because I quit my other job. What I do is I go back to Canada, I work, I save up money, I quit my job, I go travel. I run out of money, I go home, I work, I save up, I travel. So I quit my job, I have no other job, and I'm just traveling off of the money I have. But people give me money on occasion from streaming hitchhiking, which in my mind makes me a professional hitchhiker. Because, like, that's my only source of income right now. I don't need, like, I saved up money for this trip. So getting the occasional donation is just like cherry on the cake, but I'm calling myself a professional hitchhiker now because I think that's funny.
looks yummy. It's alright. I've had a lot better croissants before, but is dumpster diving fun? It only really works in smaller areas. All the like grocery stores and stuff in larger cities, their garbage goes into a compactor which is locked. Can't really access them. If you're in a small town, there's like a little local grocery store. Usually they have the different types of garbage bagged up separately. You just open it up, see if there's like a bag with bread and pastries. And they're all separate in their own closed plastic bag. And you just like dip in there, find a couple croissants or something like that. And you might think that's gross. But the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys have ever bought bread, had it in your pantry, and it goes past that best before date. It's still fine at that best before date. It's still fine like a week after that best before date. It's fine until you start seeing mold growing on that thing. So they just can't sell it after that date. The stuff they chuck out is fine. So why let it go to waste? If I'm hungry and I'm trying to not spend very much money, why not? It's bagged up separately. It's in a like enclosed plastic bag, and most of them are like in little individually wrapped plastic things like that for most stores. So I don't see why not. You crossed the bridge yet? Nope, we've yet to do that. But I like walking. We'll probably just walk all the way across on one side, cross over, and then walk all the way back on the other side. Like, that might not be the most interesting thing, but I think for me it would be fun. I hope you guys find that interesting. Because we'll be on that bridge for a while. It's probably going to be really busy. It's Saturday and it's gorgeous out, so we'll see. There's a constant smell of marijuana in the air. I guess it's 421. It's the weekend of 420, so. Also, it's legal in California, so. Also, I don't really smoke, for those that are curious. Are you allowed to walk across it? Yep. There's sidewalks on either side. It's actually a very popular tourist kind of destination to walk across the bridge. We're tourists today, everyone. Like, technically I'm a tourist every day. I'm a Canadian hitchhiking around the United States, so like I'm a tourist. I just travel by unconventional means, I guess is the best way to describe it. But right now we're doing normal people things. I'm just gonna finish this croissant. I'll pull out a Snickers bar and then I'll walk and eat the Snickers bar because I want to be doing stuff. I don't like sitting down for too long. There's lots of places to go, things to see, people to meet. So we'll be moving soon. The person that let me sleep in their backyard in San Francisco last night, though. I've never had this before. It was good though. I've never thought to do it. He just had like a thin piece of bread, and he like drenched it in olive oil, and then sliced up some Gouda cheese and put that on top, and then you just ate it like an open-ended sandwich. and it was actually really good, and pretty good for you. Like the bread's fine. Olive oil's like really calorie dense, full of fats which keep you feeling satiated, like feeling full. And yeah, same with cheese. So for having one slice of that, I've made it to 130 without, feeling too hungry. It was a good little breakfast. And he made me coffee. People are nice. I don't see any garbages around here, but again, I never litter. When I camp, I never have a fire. I never leave anything behind. When I leave somewhere, it should look just as good as when I arrived, or even better. So I'm just saying, this garbage is going in my pocket. I don't litter. Do you ever worry that you won't have enough money saved up for when you get older? I'm 23. I don't know anyone from my friend group from like high school that's actually at a point in their life where they're saving for retirement. I did 2 years of school. I went to school for business. I'm an accounting major. And at that point in my life, I just didn't want to finish my 4-year degree, get my CPA, my Chartered Professional Accountancy designation, get a real job, and like do my 40 years and retire. Felt like I already had my life planned out, and I wanted to do things, see the world, meet people, live my life, I guess. But saying that, I don't think there's anything wrong with like, starting your career and building a home base and building your life. It's just not what I wanted at that time. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just not what I wanted. So this is what I've been doing. But from doing this, I know I can support myself regardless. I can take care of myself. I don't need much money for myself. What would become difficult is if you accumulate dependents, whether that like people that depend on you, a wife, kids, things that you want to support. Because I know I can live very cheaply in rather rustic means, like I can rough it. But if have kids or I have a wife or something like that, I don't want that to be necessary. I want everyone to have a comfortable life around me. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable, but I want them to be comfortable. So that's when I would be more worried about finances and providing and creating a retirement fund and stuff like that. But for the time being, I have no dependents, no one that needs or no one that I need to support or anything like that. So I'm not worried about it at this point in my life. Maybe if I was doing this in my mid-30s or something like that, it'd probably be like, okay, Trevor, you should probably get a move on in your life. But at 23, people are just starting to finish up their bachelor's degrees and stuff like that from my high school and stuff. I'm feeling good. Once they start getting real jobs, like, I don't know, one of my friends is in pharmacy school, he's going to be a pharmacist. The other one might be a pharmacist too, but it's going to vet school be a veterinarian. Like once they finish their programs and become like full-fledged professionals, making real money and stuff, then I might be like, ooh, I should probably do something. What are my plans tonight? Well, I'm gonna check out the city. I'm gonna reconnect back up with Javier at around 8 at his place. And then I'm probably going to check out. They're doing another gig tonight, but they don't start till 10 p.m. So I'm undecided on how that's gonna go with live streaming, if I'm gonna live stream it at all, because it's going really late, and my viewer base is used to me streaming in the morning till 8 p.m. Pacific time, because 8 p.m. is when the sun sets, and when the sun sets, that's when I go to bed. I go to bed early on this stream, because I don't hitchhike at night. Looking for my Snickers. Oh yeah, it feels nice and slightly melted. Mmm, yummy. For those of you that don't know, Snickers is one of my kind of guilty pleasures, but also kind of useful travel foods. It's kind of tasty, but compared to other candy bars, it actually does have some things that are good as far as your energy and keeping you going. It's got fat, it's got some protein because it's got nuts in it. So it's not just sugar, and sugar is also useful too. It's quick energy, but the fats and the protein help you. You get the sugar boost, and then the fats and protein kind of keep you going a little longer. So, is it good for you? Probably not, but it's calorie dense, and it keeps me going. Also, it satisfies. Sponsor me, Snickers. I did say I was gonna walk while I eat this, so we can do that. What part of Canada are you from? I'm from Vancouver Island, West Coast. I'm from an island. Alright. I'm ready to walk. I bet you guys are ready to walk. So let's walk. We're gonna eat and walk though. Because why not? Let's do things. Like yesterday, I got a 60-person host. It's my first ever like substantial host from someone. I was just like sitting down next to a tree, eating. But I saw that like, oh, you got a 60-person host. Better do something. So I did. It's so sandy. These boots are not good for sand. Oh well. I had an Anakin kind of moment where I'm like, you know what? I don't like sand. It's coarse, and it gets everywhere. Holy shit. This beach is packed. I'm not dressed for the beach. Sorry, just trying to eat and walk at the same time. Let's switch.
Whereabouts are you from? Chopin? I'm unsure how I should pronounce your name, but I'm from Vancouver Island, Canada. I'm always curious where my viewers that show up are from. So I had people from kind of all over the place show up. Lots of different people from Europe, all over the US, Canada. Oh, Edmonton. I lived in Calgary for a year. Back in 2016. I worked downtown at Out There Adventure Center, selling outdoor gear and equipment. Great Lakes. North or south? Canada or US Great Lakes? I know they're kind of the border, but they're on the north side or the south side. Dirt biker. You get your diploma from BCIT or SAIT? No, I went to school in Kelowna, central British Columbia. I moved from Vancouver Island to probably go up here. Moved from Vancouver Island to central British Columbia, Kelowna. I went to a school called Okanagan College. Oh, okay. Auto fire. We checking out San Francisco. Walking around in the sun. It's a beautiful day. We're walking to the Golden Gate Bridge right now. Gonna walk across, then walk back across. I'm excited. Is that Baker Beach? That's a good question. Let's look it up. Yes, it is. Baker Beach. Been there a few times. It's really nice. If I felt like stopping somewhere for a while, I'd probably sit on the sand there for a while. Yeah, good eye, man. Video quality's looking awesome. That's good. I guess it's being in the city, because yeah, I can run it in 720p. Alright, I'm done snacking, so I'm not going to be chewing while talking, because it's probably not the most attractive thing. Yeah, having the stream is looking good. We lost the stream once earlier when we were walking along this bluff because behind some rock, and then my Streamlabs doesn't tell me anything. It's like it said that I have a poor connection, but it still said it was streaming. It still said I had people there. So I was down for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. But we're back. I do think the antenna that I have helps.
Yeah, they just literally like they tried to hit the curve.
Helps the sustainability of an HD stream when I'm within a city. Like it seems to double my upload speed when I've tested it. Which live streaming is based upon your upload speed, so I've been pretty happy with it. The only problem is the connections into the jetpack where I hook the antenna into it are like the most delicate little connections, and they just like pop out if like anything moves. So like I'll like double check on it and they'll already disconnected, and I'm running it without the antenna connected, which is not ideal. Those of you that are new to the stream, this is Hitch Live, and this is Hitchhiking America. I hitchhike almost every day, but taking a break today because I made it to San Francisco. So we're just being tourists, checking out the sights, doing your classic touristy things, and I thought I'd bring you guys along to check out what San Francisco has to offer. It's a pretty beautiful place, if I say so myself. When you come here, please make sure it's summer. Hey, I like all different kinds of weather. In moderation, though. And look at that. Probably know what bridge that one is. The Big Red Bridge. That's what it's called, right? The Big Red Bridge. Maybe 2020 summer. You know me, I don't make plans. I could just show up there next weekend. Be like, hey, what's up? Trying to not have the sun directly behind me for the video. Get all weather in the summer here. I don't want just rain. Yeah, that's probably good. Get a mixture of everything. A little variety. Variety's the spice of life, right? How far were you from San Fran? Seems like you have traveled a lot this morning. Like we were right in San Francisco. It's a decent sized city, but I've walked several kilometers because I'm kind of walking along the coast, so like kind of like wrapping around. So if I went directly to like the Golden Gate Bridge, I would have been there long ago, but we're taking the scenic route because I like walking. As regulars to my stream know, I don't mind walking. And it's even better now that I don't have my big heavy backpack on, because I feel like I'm weightless. I can just walk forever. It's beautiful. Okay, I thought you were further. Oh yeah. If the last time you saw me, Venera, thanks for following. Hope you're enjoying yourself. If the last time you saw me, I was in what was that small town called? I've said it several times today. Where I was at the concert, the gig last night. I was planning on just camping there that night and then walking to San Francisco in the morning, but I got offered a place to stay by the guitarist in the band in his backyard in San Francisco. So they live like way back over there. But he's like 5 blocks away from the ocean and like 1 block away from the Golden Gate Park, which is this big beautiful park right in San Francisco. I think there's a wedding going on. So that was really nice of him, let me sleep in his backyard. I couldn't afford to stay anywhere legit in San Francisco. That's way out of my budget. I have money saved up for traveling, and I can bail myself with a hotel occasionally, if I really need to, but a night in San Francisco is not a cheap thing, so I'm very thankful to him and his family for letting me use their backyard, because yeah, well, I would have just roughed it. I would have camped somewhere, but it's always nice to be in a private area where you know no one's just going to stumble upon your campsite. That's a hell of a spot for a wedding. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a very busy place, so you'll probably have to do a lot of photoshopping to get the random people out of the background of your shots. How far you plan to go? I plan on going until I no longer enjoy it or I run out of money. One of those two things. So I don't have a specific destination. I don't have a specific end date. I'm just going because I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So yeah, the whole purpose of this is to show people what hitchhiking's like, kind of experience you have with it, because I've had an amazing experience with it. I just want to show people what it's like, because not many people do it anymore. There will be no hitchhiking today, though. We're tourists today. How do you manage your food budget? Well, transportation's free, accommodation's free, so food is my main expense. If I want to be really cheap, I'll buy a loaf of cheap bread that day for like $1, $1.50. And historically, I'd carry like a kilo or a couple kilos of muesli, like granola, and I'd just pick up a container of yogurt. Yogurt's cheap, and I'd mix the two in a bowl I'd carry with me. Mix that up, eat the bread, eat the yogurt, and I can live off of that for a day. And then you're looking at total expenses about $3 to $4 a day in food. You can go a long time on $3 to $4 a day. But on this trip, if you've been watching, or the people that have been watching, notice like I've spent a decent amount. I've gone out for food a few times. I've even stayed in a motel twice. I slept in beds. That's some premium shit. Yeah, usually don't get that. Usually don't pay for accommodation ever when I'm traveling, or very rarely. You should really max out your tax. I think you meant TFSA, not TSFA. A tax-free savings account. Well, TFSA, like, it's just a tax shelter for the actual investment income you make on your investment. So like if I put $1,000 in there and I make 10% interest, which is really good in a year, that's $100 that's tax-free. But like it's just, I already make so little that I pay barely any taxes. So do I really need? I have a TFSA. I don't really use it because I don't make any investment income at this point in my life. We've got that hydration bot thing in our channel reminding me to keep drinking, because staying hydrated is important. You can really screw yourself up if you don't stay hydrated. So right now I'm only carrying water, but I think as I head south I'm going to carry at least another liter, because it's going to get hotter and I need to be drinking more water. In the Pacific Northwest, where I was in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, I could pretty much just open my mouth and receive enough water that was falling from the sky to keep me hydrated. But that's going to change pretty soon, or it's already changed. So yeah, I don't know the best way to get back up to where I could get to the bridge, because is there a path over there? I have to look at a map again. I can't really see in the sun here. Anyway, you can look at the beach while I do this. Just figuring out my navigation.